What is going on YouTube? Is Haxorous here, and I'm bringing you a Wi-Fi battle in the underused tier of Smogon. And this is against a follower of mine who is called, let me see if I can find his username, supaagokugaming. And this battle actually took place 2 days ago on a Sunday on my live stream, and yeah, supaagokugaming is a guy who found my channel after a streamer he was previously viewing did a raid on me. For those of you on Twitch who don't know what a raid is, it's basically that when a streamer is done streaming, they'll sometimes pick a channel to go to and have their followers go to them and follow that streamer as well, etc, etc. And I don't unfortunately remember which streamer did the raid that supaagokugaming followed me from. I believe that was the result of it. I believe him following me as a result of a raid, but nonetheless, he requested a match in the UU tier, so I gave it to him, and this was a pretty good battle. I'm actually very happy with the battle in itself. I mean, I don't really like the UU tier, but hey, my favorite ORAS Mega B drill is in the UU tier, so may as well make the best of doing UU. Anyways, let's go over the teams real quick. My opponent has Donphan, Haxorous, Haxorous PogChamp, Alakazam, and Sharpedo. And right off the bat, the biggest threat on his team is pretty much everything. I'm not really threatened by the Haxorous in particular, but the biggest threats are Sharpedo, because once it gets speed boost, and then it gets off the Mega Evolution, it can be too fast to outspeed, and it just basically wrecks the team. Alakazam can be a big threat as well, because of Magic Guard and the fact that it could be either Sash, Life Orb, Specs, or Scarf. Not really Scarf, I don't see many Scarf Alakazams running around. Haxorous is definitely going to be a pain in this battle, and actually, depending on the item, is a very threatening Pokemon. And in this battle in particular, you will see why this Haxorous was pretty threatening to me. I'm not gonna lie. My biggest concern is I need to get the stealth. I need to keep Stealth Rocks off my field as much as possible, because I do have Beedrill and Rotom Heat, which are both affected by Stealth Rocks more than any other Pokemon. And with Beedrill and Rotom Heat being my Volt Turn core, having Stealth Rocks in the field really does slow them down. So we're gonna see how this battle plays out. I do have my Defogger, Pretty Dude, the Empoleon. And I do also have Smokey, the Rotom Heat, my Florages, Night Stalker, the Umbreon, Beedrill, and Goodra. Now, I'm writing 2 special walls because I learned last time, after facing a Lilligant that swept me in UU, yeah, you need some good special walls to deal with it. But here, let's go on with the battle. I'm going to lead off with Rotom Heat. My opponent's going to lead off with the Donphan. So right off the bat, I knew that I needed to do something about the Stealth Rock, so I do send out Smokey first. I'm going to get the trick off on this Donphan to lock it into whatever move. And if I lock it into a certain move, I can make sure that it doesn't use Stealth Rocks after I get the defog on. So I do go for the trick, get leftovers, and it gets my Choice Scarf, and it does go for Stealth Rock. So yeah. He's going to actually withdraw his Donphan and go into Galvantula, as I do go for the Volt Switch with Rotom Heat. No point in going for Overheat since Galvantula is obviously stashed. Do get the Volt Switch off, nice. And Smokey, the Rotom Heat, does go back to my party. And in comes Pretty Dude, the Empoleon, which is my defogger of this team. It is not very affected by Stealth Rock, so yeah, basically the Stealth Rock damage did absolutely nothing to Empoleon. He does have a Sticky Web, which I do respond with Defog, so yeah, basically he just wasted his turn getting up a web that does absolutely nothing, because Defog just blew it away along with the rock. He's going to withdraw his Galvantula and go into Donphan, which is going to take a Scald from my Empoleon. Really hoping I do get the burn here, as the Pretty Dude, the Empoleon, does hit the Scald. There's a 30% chance of burning. Doesn't knock him down to his 30 though, and no burn. So I do switch out Pretty Dude, not wanting to take Earthquake right now, because as long as Galvantula is alive, as well as Donphan, I need to keep Empoleon as healthy as possible to deal with you know, getting the rocks from the web boss. I do go for the overheat though. Even Scarf, Daunfang does not outspeed my timid, max speed invested in Rotom Heat, so overheat will definitely finish off that Daunfang, no doubt about it. So Daunfang is down for the count. He doesn't know it's Galvantula. I don't know why he doesn't have sticky webs here, but as you're going to see, he does go for the Volt Switch, which doesn't do a lot to Rotom Heat, because Rotom Heat does resist it quite well. Actually resists all of Galvantula's possible attacks pretty well. So out comes Haxorous, who was kind of going for a overheat here, but I do go for the Volt Switch because Galvantula is faster, and well, there's really no point in going for overheat when he can just switch into something like Haxorous, as you just saw. So I do send out my Florges, and here's where things get interesting. So I do have my Florges out, and he goes for a Poison Jab, and that will, without a critical hit, one-shot my Florges, which is unfortunate. But now I'm wondering if this thing is Scarf or not. So I do send out my Umbreon, see what he's going to do next. He does withdraw his Haxorus, and he's going to go into Galvantula, which is going to take a nice Foul Play. So Foul Play does do a decent amount of damage to Galvantula and knocks it down to the red. And I'm going to withdraw Night Stalker the Umbreon and go back to the pretty dude, the Empoleon. In case he wants to set rocks back up or go for a Bug Buzz, which Empoleon does resist it. He does go for the Thunder, unfortunately. And that is going to paralyze my Empoleon. But it's all good. It's really all good. I do get healed with the leftovers. My Empoleon is a specially defensive set, so I guess you can say I have 3 special walls on my team. He does go for another Thunder. That's not going to do anything. Well, it does. Well, it's not going to knock out Empoleon, but Gold will finish off this Galvantula, for sure. So Galvantula is down, and next out is going to be the Haxorous. So I'm going to just stack off Empoleon at this point, since the Defogger is no longer needed. As a result of Galvantula and Daunfang being taken out of the picture, I don't see anything else being able to set up entry passes, unless that Toxic for some reason learn Toxic Spikes, so I don't think so. So yeah, Haxorous takes out Empoleon, and out comes Night Stalker, the Umbreon, back out to threaten out Haxorous. Haxorous gets withdrawn, and out comes Injection, the Toxicroak. As I do go for Foul Play. I'm going to withdraw Night Stalker, the Umbreon, and I'm going to go into Beedrill. So here's my Beedrill, which I know can resist almost any attack that this Toxicroak does. Goes for the Drain Punch with Time Score resistance. Still does a little bit of damage. A little bit more than I expected. But then again, Beedrill is pretty frail. I do go for the Mega Evolution, and even with Beedrill's frail defenses, I am hoping I can take an obvious Sucker Punch from this Toxicroak. Toxicroak does go for the Sucker Punch, and that does a lot of damage. However, I do get the Drill Run off, and that will KO Toxicroak right there. So, yeah, I'm definitely glad I have Drill Run over Knockoff on my Beedrill. So out comes Magic the Alakazam. I'm going to go for the U-turn. There's no point in keeping it in and going for a Poison Jab, because this thing is most likely stashed. Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought it out against the Mega Beedrill. Actually, I was thinking because he brought it out against the Beedrill, it was possibly Scarf, which is, well, not that common in Alakazams, but still is pretty scary. So I do send out Smokey, the Rotom Heat. Going to stack it off, don't really need it now. It won't be able to do much to Haxorous anyway, so Rotom Heat does go down to a Science Shock from Magic the Alakazam, and I'm going to send out my Beedrill next. My nice shiny Mega Beedrill. And I'm going to go for a U-turn again, and that will take out Alakazam finally. So there goes Alakazam. And back to my party goes Mega Beedrill. So I'm going to send out Night Stalker the Umbreon. I believe he has Sharpedo and Haxorous left. So here comes the Sharpedo. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have my Scarf on Rotom Heat, so that's why I stacked it off. I wouldn't be able to do anything to Sharpedo. I do go for the Foul Play. Even resisted, Foul Play will do a decent chunk of damage to Sharpedo, given that Sharpedo has high base attack, low defenses and foul play is stab on Night Stalker the Umbreon. So Sharpedo does get the speed boost. I'm going to go again for the waterfall. He's trying to flinch my Umbreon, which is what I don't want to happen. As I do go for a second foul play, does knock him down the red. Gonna get healed with my leftovers for Umbreon. And Sharpedo does get the speed boost. Does go for the protect. And I do it as well, just to get some more leftover recovery. As you're gonna see here, as Night Stalker does get healed with some leftovers as well. So now I'm really hoping that he doesn't flinch my Umbreon to death, because if he does, my other Pokemon in the back won't be able to take care of this Sharpedo, and I will lose the battle. So he does finally go for the Mega Evolution. He got enough speed boost as it is, outspeed everything. It does go for the waterfall, and does it flinch? Yes, it does, unfortunately. So I do get healed with leftovers. And I do go for Protect, just get some more recovery off. I mean, I don't like to be that guy, but I do want to keep Umbreon as healthy as possible, so we can take some more waterfalls in case it flinches from the next one. So it does go for a waterfall again, and does it flinch? No, it does not. This foul play will definitely be the end of Sharpedo. And Sharpedo is down. So, next out is going to come the Haxorous, which is really, really intimidating. It really is intimidating. So, out comes Haxorous. And I'm actually going to switch Umbreon out and go into Goodra, hoping that does make physical contact with the Goodra. Well, after this anyway. I just want to scout out what it's going to do. If it goes for a Earthquake, I'd keep Umbreon in. Risk it with a foul play. But it does not go for Earthquake, it goes for Outrage. So, I am going to switch Umbreon out and go into my Goodra, because if this thing is actually Scarfed, and yes, I have seen Scarfed actions before, I can at the very least get a speed decrease on this thing. So, let's go for the Outrage, makes contact with Goodra. Goodra doesn't do much to spell except lower Haxorous' speed, which is a precautionary measure in case it was actually Scarfed. Because at -1, I do believe my Beedrill would outspeed Haxorous. So I do go into my Mega Beedrill. I'm going to go for Protect. It was kind of a pointless Protect, but I did go for it nonetheless. And I am going to go for the U-turn on Haxorous, which doesn't take it out yet, unfortunately, even with adaptability and stab. I'm going to go right into Night Stalker the Umbreon. And Umbreon is going to take an Outrage, and that is going to knock it out. Was kind of surprised about that because my Umbreon is an impish nature. It is made as my physical wall, also a special wall, so I guess you could say it's a mixed wall. But Beedrill is going to come out here and it's going to finish off the game with a U-turn to Haxorous. So, good game, supaagokugaming. Thank you so much for that battle. And I hope you guys enjoyed it who are watching this. I hope I can bring you some more lower tier battles that are pretty good. And just let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Visit my Twitch. I do stream, though I won't be streaming today. Most likely won't, as I don't think I have the opportunity to. But yeah. I'll see you guys next time for another Wi-Fi battle of Pokemon White Heart or a live stream. So, see you later, and have a great day.